Next up, we have Giuseppe Marbach, and I'm sure that your mother will be sad how I bastardized your name just there, who is the lead data scientist for medical imaging at Balzano. And you have got 5 minutes.
So, yes, my name is Giuseppe Marbach. I'm lead data scientist at Balzano. And I put my presentation with this title, Deep Neural Network for Musculoskeletal MRI Images. This summarizes a bit the story of Balzano as a startup company. So the two keywords are deep neural network or deep learning and musculoskeletal MRI images. So Balzano is a company that was active in the field of artificial intelligence since more than 20 years. In the last year, we focused on deep learning for clinical application, so images and text interpretation using deep learning technology. So this is the reason why I put deep neural network. And so our the second part, musculoskeletal MRI, regards our product, which is ScanDiax. The story of ScanDiax began more or less in 2016, as we had the first contact with leading Swiss hospitals in the field of musculoskeletal MRI. This is the left block, so it is the predictive block. And last year, we began to develop the product ScanDiax with the goal to interpret all conditions in the musculoskeletal region. We saw then in 2017 also that there was a strong need for quantitative measure, not only for the predictive part, but also for the quantitative. In this case, we segment and we measure the specific volume, for example, for the cartilage or the area of the spinal canal. But our main product is in the direction of predictive musculoskeletal MRI. So our mission is to support and assist the radiologists during their time-consuming and work-intensive task. So we want to provide them with a real-time support and also second opinion. This is very important because you have often rare pathology, and with a second opinion, we can help the radiologist to decide in this way. Here I show you, not in detail, but the bounding blocks of our product. So from one side we load the MRI images. There are different images, different position. We have axial, we have sagittal images. We have also different type of sequences. The central block is our brain. So we have a pre-processing stage where the images are selected, scaled, and they are normalized. This is very important because you get from the hospital very different images, different insights in the resolution and also in the intensity. So it is important to do a pre-processing so that the convolutional or the deep neural network will not be confused. Another point which is very important to note is that our pathology, for example, in the knee, where we try to where we detect the meniscus tear, for example, it is a pathology which is confined in a small region, and so we do some pre-processing so that the deep neural network is not confused by all the image, and and the deep neural network Yes, you can concentrate this attention only in the region which is important. The second block in the center is the deep neural network. We actually use a convolutional neural network which interpret the different images, and the output is the probability value. We have trained our deep neural network with 20,000 studies, which means images and the reports as a label. So 20,000 reports means about 1 million images. So the training for the deep neural network is based on about 1 million images, and the accuracy that we reach is about in this case, for example, for meniscus tear is about 78%, which is comparable with the human performance. The final block, the localization and the interpretation, actually the output of the of ScanDiax. We have the interpretation part, which combines the different prediction. It filters out combinations that are not wanted, and the localization is where we can localize using a heat map. You see on the image on the right side as a heat map diagram. The picture shows the probability distribution in this case for meniscus tears, and we collaborated.
10 seconds, go.
10 seconds, okay, yes. We collaborated with different Swiss hospitals. We discussed their expectation and need, and we have a cooperation contract with some of these hospitals, and this partner provide us the access to the data, anonymized data, and they get free license of access to ScanDiax. So this process is still going on, and more and more hospitals are joining us. And so if you have any questions, we are located at the startup zone. Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Round of applause for Giuseppe, please.